I'm Mike Donatelli. I'm the lead content designer for Carby Entertainment's new MMO WildStar. And
so we've come to GamesCom. You know, we're announcing our game today. We're also bringing the trailer and actually letting you get your hands on the game. We brought it out here because we want to get everyone's feedback. We live on the feedback of players. We focus test. We want to get what they have to say and actually integrate it into our game. It's a fully featured MMO. You can play it right now. We have classes and races like every other MMO. We've also added what we call paths to the game. It's a layer on top of your racing class that gives you more of the kind of quests you want to do, because one of our major goals is allowing players to play however they want to play. We want to appeal to the casual player and the more serious player, the hardcore player, if you will. Trying to get a handle on that was tough, but we've designed certain systems that we call momentum systems or momentum mechanics, where we take a very simple system like combat and then add additional layers on top of that, so that a player who's casual can enjoy it, but also a player who is more hardcore can enjoy it as well. An example would be that a regular player could stand toe-to-toe with a monster and fight him and kill him, and he gets his 20 XP. But a more skilled player can see that he's about to he puts a telegraph in the ground, and the monster says, "I'm about to," like, it appears the monster is going to attack you in a greater way. And then we allow the more skilled player to jump out of his attack range, which allows him to evade and get an evade bonus. And then we start stacking these bonuses. If you kill the creature quickly enough, if you evade him, if you interrupt him, if you take less damage, if he takes more damage, all these bonuses are multipliers and give you a higher XP reward. So a casual player can fight a monster just the way every MMO has it. He can fight a monster and gain 20 XP, but the more skilled player can fight the same monster and get 40 XP because he is doing all of the skillful moves that make the combat more rich, deeper combat. And we take that momentum mechanic and we apply it to all of our systems, content, trade skills, all of that. So you take a very simple system, apply many layers to it, and that allows players to play at their own pace. WildStar is an MMO, MMORPG to be exact, and it's based in a sci-fi fantasy world. It's kind of got a sci-fi fantasy western vibe to it. When people ask me what I think, what I think a good touchstone is for that, I often refer that it feels like Firefly meets Indiana Jones. It's got that kind of humor to it, and the sci-fi aspect allows us to do a lot of great things. We have a communicator that can contact the players in the field, so players don't have to go back and forth to a quest giver. That quest giver can call you, and you can call the quest giver back with your communicator. That way we can do a lot of really great things in the game, with delivering quests and finishing quests. So yeah, so it's a sci-fi fantasy game, and it's definitely got a humor to it. It's not a kiddie game. It has mature themes. It's a very fun MMO, and I hope everybody gets a chance to see it. That actually hasn't been decided yet. We've been talking about a lot of different options. Communication is key in a massively multiplayer game. In MMO, you want your players to have a community, and we have every intention of supporting that. We haven't really nailed that stuff down yet. We're in pre-alpha, so there's a lot of things we still have to decide upon. All of our engine and all our tools are proprietary. We've been making the game for a couple of years now, but we spent a good deal of time really nailing down the tools and the tool set. So now we're in full production. The art, as you mentioned, we have a very stylized, our art is very stylized, excuse me. It allows us to do a lot of things. Again, I mentioned humor. You're in these games for hundreds of hours. You need to be able to, have a really big art style, one that's going to stand the test of time, one that allows you to have very dramatic scenes, very beautiful scenes, but also humor. You're playing these games for hundreds of hours, so the humor has to be there. So, yes, we have a very stylized art, and as you can see in our video. Right now, it is an MMORPG, and it is planned for PC. I can't speak any. Well, not only, I just don't know. That's above my pay grade. I don't actually